Soldier Field ready for football. The sun shining brightly here as week 3 about to commence. Dodging around to the pocket. Here comes pressure. Breaks it up the middle at the 35. Left to the 40. 45 and a first down. To midfield. And still rolling. Pierce to the left of Mills. Takes the snap. Mills looks to the end zone. Passes batted up in the air. And intercepted. Eddie Jackson with the swipe. Under center. Snap and a toss right. Big hole. Herbert breaks through 30. 35, 40. Hits the gas at the 50. Angling left to the 40 of the Texans. Here's Herbert twisting for the goal line. He is in for the touchdown. The snap back to Mills. Pass is tipped. Intercepted in the hands of Roquan Smith. Do a dance, baby. Do a dance. Bears defense turns him over.
30-yard attempt. Santos for the win, and it is good. Bears win at the buzzer.
I'm worried that the lack of confidence that Luke Getsy is showing with some of the game management decisions.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you watched the film or the game and you were noting like time and score, but a couple of them for you. So opening drive of the game, they reach the Texans' 35-yard line, 3rd and 10. They run a draw to David Montgomery, gains 5 yards. It makes a 52-yard field goal attempt, a 47-yard attempt. They make it. I guess the argument there for me would be pass it, let him try to figure it out. The kicker can make it from 52 also. Counter argument would be he could take a sack and make you out of field goal range altogether. I would take the risk. Then one that really bothered me, 10 minutes left in the second quarter. They're up 10-7, 3rd and 6 on their own 14-yard line. They run the ball with their third-string running back for 2 yards and punt. 3rd and 6, if you're not trusting your quarterback to throw, I don't know what the hell you're doing. And then when they picked up the first down at the end of the half, at their own like 29-yard line, there were about 40 seconds left. They had all their timeouts. They don't call a timeout to let him take a shot downfield to try to maybe get into field goal possession. And then if it's an incomplete, you could run the ball. Those were 3 plays in the first half where I was like, man, they really aren't trusting him at.
Obviously, the goal is to get the win first and foremost, but individually, what's going through your mind in terms of your performance and what you want to do moving forward?
Get better. Playing simple first, that's it. I play straight up. I just play like, I don't like to say A word, but I'm not going to do that. But I just play like trash. Play terrible, and really just got to be better.
What specifically do you think?
A lot of things. A lot of things.
What's up? This is Jalen Johnson, cornerback of the Chicago Bears, and you're watching my boys, the Bears Mafia, on the Beardown Breakdown right here on Beardown 24/7.
It's the Beardown Breakdown. All up in your face now. Beardown Breakdown. Shake the whole lake down. It's the Beardown Breakdown. All up in your face now. Beardown Breakdown. Shake the whole lake down. It's the Beardown Breakdown. All up in your face now. Beardown Breakdown. Shake the whole lake down. It's the Beardown Breakdown. All up in your face now. Beardown Breakdown. Get down or lay down. We can talk modern era, we can talk throwback, but when we talk it's real talk, chump. We don't hold back. These other guys love to lie, bruh. We don't promote that. Mo facts, mo stacks, Mr. Clean, no cap. Switch the whole game on them like a trick play. Competition going missing, no sick day. It's big bears bearing down in a big way, shaking the lake for the monsters of the midway. It's the Beardown Breakdown. All up in your face now. Beardown Breakdown. Shake the whole lake down. It's the Beardown Breakdown. All up in your face now. Beardown Breakdown. Shake the whole lake down. It's the Beardown Breakdown. All up in your face now. Beardown Breakdown. Shake the whole lake down. It's the Beardown Breakdown. All up in your face now. Beardown Breakdown. Get down or lay down.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Beardown Breakdown for this week. I am your host, Mike. We have Adam Wolf on the show.
What up, Beardown?
Gilberto is live from his car, just getting off of work.
Yep, Beardown.
And Boss Bear himself, Lester Price, is in the building. Lester, you got that pie?
He's still muted.
You still muted, Lester.
I'm heating it up.
You're heating it up. What the fuck?
I don't want no cold pie.
Hey, wait.
You don't want a hot one either.
Wait.
Warm one.
Time out.
Okay.
This is a PG-13 show. I don't know what the hell you about to do with that pie, but I'm gonna cut your camera when you grab that. So
Fucking Lester Dahmer.
right. That's some craziness going on there. All right, everybody. I know we're usually on Wednesday nights, but we had a busy week here. So running a little pop-up show on Saturday. We're going to go ahead and get started here with the victory against the Texans, what our takeaways were from that, and we'll just jump right into it. Adam, what was your positives and your negatives from that game?
Well,
there's a lot.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll start with the positives. We fucking won. So shout out to Cairo Santos and Roquan Smith, I guess. But Khalil Herbert had an amazing day. I expect that to continue. I think he's going to get a heavy bulk of the load. I'm not a big fan of Ebner. I don't know what it is, but I think Khalil Herbert is. I honestly think he can take over from Montgomery. I'm not so sure we're going to keep Montgomery here long term as much as I would like to. But yeah, he had a good day. As far as negatives goes, real hard time in the passing game, obviously. A lot of it's got to do with Luke Getsy. A lot of it's got to do with Justin Fields. There wasn't really too many offensive line issues, but there's always a few. Defensively, I think we had a pretty solid outing too. Roquan Smith was a complete animal all game long. Yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all I got.
All right, so we'll kick it over to Gil. Gil, what were some of your positives and negatives from the victory?
Well, I'll do a flip side and start with the negatives. Defense, our buddy Mr. Vildor as usual, usual suspect. Gordon, I think, was on and off. You could tell he's going to start to improve, but I know they were trying to aim for him a little bit. So I would say those are negatives. Offensive side, I kind of put the blame more on Justin because the more I watch him, I mean, I'm looking at him. He's got enough time. Offensive line's holding down for him. He is just not. He's executing way. I mean, he's taking too much time. He's got to improve that. You start seeing kind of flashes of him like in the second half, but I mean, to me, I got to see. I mean, I'm on board with you guys. I got to see more of a complete game from him. Just can't see him struggling now. Positive. The run game, I mean, before Montgomery got hurt, Herbert was just a beast. Passing, I mean, again, I just say the offense was pretty smooth. Now, defense, positive was Eddie Jackson. Roquan was just, you know what, he's looking to get paid. I definitely saw, I mean, his effort, 16 tackles. I mean, made that defensive play at the end. So, I mean, those are my positives and those are my negatives for the game.
All right, so we'll kick it over to Lester. Lester, what were some of your thoughts on the game?
Definitely the quarterback play was not where I would like it to be. I think it's from his press conference, from what he said, I'm thinking the young man's overthinking. And I believe that once he stops doing that, we'll have a better flow to the offense, a better run-pass ratio. So definitely the passing game was a negative. Positive was the takeaways. I believe we've gotten at least 2 takeaways in every game so far. And the number one positive was, besides winning a game, was these guys, and, you know, I said this before in our chat, these guys don't stop playing. No matter how bad it looks, no matter how bad it gets, offense, defensively, they keep playing. And it's gotten them 2 wins. So the team as a whole, that we don't quit attitude, we never give up, we play to the end, it's got them 2 wins. So I believe that is the number one positive. And if they keep that attitude and our quarterback starts just taking his time, we'll be in a lot more games.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and give mine. I don't want to go into too much detail on the passing game because we're actually going to talk about that next. But the passing game was horrendous, absolutely terrible. Like I said, we'll talk about that here at the next segment. The other negative that I had is I think we were 6 of 14 on third down. That's a problem. That's a problem. It's better than it has been in years past. It's still not great. And I know, we've had a game or two where it hasn't been terrible, but we've got to start converting some of those third downs, which I think ultimately goes back to not having a passing game. As far
or calling fucking running back draws on 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
again, play call, passing game, quarterback, lineman, wide receivers. We've got some.
We
issues
did,
a little
didn't
bit
we?
everywhere.
Wasn't this the game we had more penalties into? I think this is the game we had the most penalties.
6, but the yardage wasn't too bad. I think it was 6 for 32, if I remember correctly. So
Okay.
it wasn't,
Well,
the number of
they happened
penalties
at
were up, the yards were bad.
They killed us at the wrong time, though.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's the key, right? Like holding on a 1st and 10, not necessarily bad. Holding on a 3rd and 12, never good.
Yeah.
My positives for the game, I'm actually going to piggyback off of something that Gil said. We give Vildor a real hard time, and he's got issues in spots, but I will tell you that he's probably our best tackling cornerback on this roster. I think he ended up with 5 tackles. 1 or 2 of them were in big spots. Coverage still needs help, but I think that overall he had more positives than he did negatives this week. And then, I mean, what do you say about the running game? It's the only thing that's keeping us afloat and winning us games. And I know we've all talked about it in the chats and things like that, but let's be honest here. We're 2-1. We could very easily be 0-3. So I wanted to just address a couple people here real quick. Jason Mellardino could not make the show. He wanted to know where. Oh, nope. Sorry. We want the Dolphins Cup. Jason, you can take that Dolphins Cup and shove that son of a bitch straight up your ass.
And then light it on fire.
And that, his ass or the cup. Never mind.
Both of them.
Chi-Town Grizzly, what is going on? Leon Moses. Hey, I sent you the link if you want to jump in. I don't know if you're driving, you're home, what you're doing, but I did send you the link. DeAndre Moore, Bill Durbin playing well. Shocked to say that. He's been playing better. I don't know about
playing
well.
better. Yeah.
I don't know about well, but I'll give him better. So
he did make up for, the 2 plays in a row that they got in inside the red zone.
At this point, I want Kyler Gordon to get a couple tips from him.
Yeah.
There was a play, I think, Carly Gordon, I think 3rd and 1 or whatever. I liked one play that you could kind of like see where he was like, he's being tested, but I like the way that he's kind of starting to adjust little by little. And these are just, learning curve for him.
Yeah. Lester knows he's got to do a pie bet, so he dipped out. He's going to say he's got Wi-Fi issues. Just Lester, get your ass back on.
Who goes to warm up a pie to shove it in your fucking face? That's so weird.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm a little concerned about what.
Yeah, that's wild.
I'm a little concerned about what's happening.
I'm here for it, though.
Yeah, hey, this is what we do. So the next subject is passing on the passing game. I wish there were a couple more of us on here because we've had some heated ass debates, discussions, arguments, tears have been shed. A couple fuck yous have been thrown. We've had some discussion about what's going on with the passing game, and everybody seems to have an opinion, but let's put it out there for the public to consume. Adam, what is your thoughts on the passing game and what exactly is going wrong there?
I think it's a pretty big collection of a lot of things. I think there's a lack of development and trust between Luke Getsy and Justin Fields. And we plainly saw it against the Texans, like I just brought up, 3rd and long, we're running halfback draws and stuff like that. Yeah, you could say it's to put us in field goal range, put us in easier makeable field goal range, whatever. I guess that's not the way I like to see football. I like to see us go for the first down every time, but that's just me. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of things. I really can't put a whole lot of blame on the offensive line at this point. And I know we did all off season long, and we all thought that was going to be the reason why we struggled. And honestly, I can't even say that now because that's not the case. Just a lot of this hangs on Justin Fields. He's having trouble reading defenses pre-snap and post-snap. That's why you're not seeing the conviction and the timing in his throws because they're not getting out on time. And when they do come out, he's about a half second to a second late, and that's why you're seeing the tip balls, the interceptions, throwing them in the dirt, stuff like that. Hopefully this week in practice, they've done a lot of growing between Luke Getsy and Justin Fields because everybody in the fucking world knows that this whole thing hinders on the, on whether these guys are going to coincide or not, if they're going to coexist. And it doesn't even need to be a solid game plan. I just want, like you said, we all just want to see improvement. And it's hard to see Justin Fields improve and grow when he's not getting his number called. So that to me is the biggest thing, is the lack of trust between the guys. And they can say that they trust each other and all that stuff, but it's definitely not showing on the field.
Yeah, it kind of goes back to what I said earlier this week, is no coaching staff is going to come out and go, yeah, we don't trust this quarterback to throw the ball.
Right.
They're going to be super supportive in the media, and they're going to say he's our guy. Through 3 weeks, though, it doesn't really look like they are.
Till it's 3rd and 12, and the only thing you want to do is not turn the ball over.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it looks real like he's not the guy. But let's move it on. Yeah. Gil, what is some of your thoughts on the passing game struggles?
I think there's lack of confidence with the wide receivers too. His timing is off too. Basically, he's taking too long. Something I said a little bit earlier. That is to me, that's a major concern as well. And then again, his alertness, the decision making. Okay, you've got basically triple coverage, and you're throwing in it. And I believe it's Pettis, or he was number 18. He was 1-on-1 on the left side. To me, that was a safer throw, and he didn't look that way. He went to triple coverage, and he kept getting burned by Petrie as well. He knows Petrie was looking for him, and that's something. Again, to me, he's got to clean that up. And that's to me is just what's kind of like holding us up a little bit. But it's mostly on him. I'll put some of the blame on Getsy, but I can't put it fully on Getsy. That's more him, because Getsy can lay out the plan, but if he doesn't execute it, then that's on Justin. He's got to clean that up.
Okay. Lester.
Yeah, in regards to the passing game, I believe it is all on Justin. He said so, in my opinion, in his press conference. So, to me, I think he's overthinking. I know Brennan said this in our chat earlier in the week, and I thought about it, and I agree with him. I think he's just overthinking it. I'm going to do this. I want to go here to push it down the field. I want to be a part of this offense. I want to help out too. But you're forcing stuff and you're making mistakes. If you already know that this guy's open, take it. To me, you're overthinking. Now, if you keep saying every week, say in week 6, week 7, week 8, yeah, I knew he was open, I just still wanted to go here. Now, to me, you're lying because you said 4 weeks ago, or whatever, that, you was trying to make a play, so to speak. That's how I interpreted it. So I feel like that plays a part in the offense of coordinator doing what he's doing because, okay, he's open, but you didn't do it. He was open again, you didn't do it. So you know what? We're just going to do it my way. So I get that. It's still early. It's 3 weeks. He takes his check downs. He sees his open people. He gets rid of it, and he becomes more comfortable and confident in the pocket. I think you'll see more of a better passing game from him. I'm not saying it's going to be 300 yards, but we can get close to 200 would be respectable. You know what I'm saying? No turnovers. Maybe, he's probably going to throw maybe one pick because he may take a chance. But I feel like once he gets comfortable and just hits the open guy, it'll help us out. So that's where I'm at with the passing game. I would, like I said, I would put it more on Justin, him just being stubborn, trying to make a play, overthinking.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and throw some of the stuff that I put back for all of us to consume this week, just so everybody out there has it. Number one, everybody knows I'm an analytical guy. I'm going to look at stats. I'm going to look to see what the really big picture is, and I think that the offensive line is kind of getting a rough reputation here, because that is the assumption anytime that there's pressure or that there's a sack is, well, that was on the offensive line. And the fact is it's really not true. So there's a stat called pass win rate, something like that. Pass block win rate. There it is. I got it.
There you go.
Man, it had to spit it out. That is basically when you hold your opponent to 2.5 seconds of no pressure. So before I start getting comments flooding in here that, well, that's only 2.5 seconds, the average quarterback gets the ball out in about 2.4 to 2.6. The Bradys, the Herberts, the Lamar Jacksons, that's about how long they have in the pocket. I showed a stat in the back that Brady actually had 2.1 to throw the ball against the Eagles. Justin right now is holding the ball for just a tick over 3 seconds. So that is part of the issue, is that he's holding the ball too long, and 2.5 to 3 seconds doesn't seem like a lot. It's the NFL. It's a lot. That contributes to the issue. Separation, that's going to be a highly debated topic for a while back here, because yes, I believe that there are some instances where we're not getting good separation, but we've all seen it. There's probably been how many plays now? 10, 12 plays where we've shown wide open wide receivers. Just guys running down the field, hand in the air, throw me the ball, and it's 6. I don't think that Justin Fields can't read a defense. I think that at this stage of his game, he is not comfortable reading fast enough that he is going to deliver a ball. I also agree with kind of what you guys have said, that I don't necessarily think that there's a whole lot of trust to be able to say, I'm throwing to my guy, he's going to go get the ball, he's going to make the catch, we're marching down the field. I think he's looking for a guy to be blatantly open before he's throwing. Probably not going to happen with this roster. Probably not going to happen with this wide receiver room. At some point in time, you've got to take the shot and just throw the ball. Not to bag on Justin Fields too much, but that's, to me, and this is just a personal feeling for me, he's got a lot of things he needs to clean up still. And we talked about this in the offseason and some of the things that he needed to clean up, and one of them was holding the ball too long. I personally don't feel he's done that so far through 3 games. Is it going to get better? I hope so. But coming in at 100.
Getzy even came in and shortened his steps and shortened his footwork to make sure he would get the ball out faster. And for some reason, he's done quite the opposite.
The other thing that I did notice, and I know we've talked a lot about, well, he changed his throwing motion, he changed this, he changed that. One thing I noticed in that Houston game, he went right back to the old motion really, really quickly. And I don't know if it was just he panicked and fell back into his old ways, but he looked just like he did last year throwing the football. Work in process, right? So I do believe that there are probably some play calling issues too. I agree with Adam. I don't know why the play calling issues are there, though. I don't think necessarily that on 3rd and 12, the first thought you have is let's run the ball.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, if you do, then you probably shouldn't be in the NFL. But I kind of wonder if they've just figured out that, hey, our running game is getting us more yards and more production than our passing game, and we're rolling the dice.
Let's trick them.
Yeah.
Justin too. I'm going to trick him by not throwing to the open guy.
You see the plays we're having we're having success on. We're doing end arounds, we're doing flea flickers and all this shit. These are the plays we're being successful on. We're not being successful on any of your bread and butter whatsoever.
No. So, it's a joke to say let's trick them, but how many more weeks are we going to be able to do this before they go, you're going to run the ball?
You can't Matt Nagy him for a whole season.
Right? Yeah, you can't. I mean, you can't. It's going to be that trickery. I mean, they're going to catch on real quick.
Justin needs to stop tricking him. Try to say I see him open, but I'm going to go deep.
Right? Hey, listen. I'm going to say this out. I'm going to say this out loud for Bears fandom across the world. Get off the offensive line. It's not as big of an issue as you think it is. You'd be shocked what some of these guys are actually graded out at. Sam Mustipher right now is graded out as the highest center in the NFL in pass blocking. I'll let that sink in for a minute.
Musty fuck.
Sam a couple of nice blocks in there, I was seeing.
Cody Whitehair's in the top 5. Our rookie left tackle's in the top 5.
Yeah, it's not doom and gloom like you guys all think it is. It just looks really bad.
The run blocking's even better. So
it just looks really bad because he's holding up. I knew I wasn't going to get through this subject without having somebody pop in here. All right, Marlon.
He's heard enough.
He's heard enough.
I ain't got to hear this shit.
Let me go warm up the pie.
Yeah, go get the pie warmed up. We're gonna
quit warming your pie up, you weirdo. What are you doing?
That's so weird. Marlon.
He putting a hot pie on his face.
Yeah, what the fuck's up with that?
What's going on, man? What's going on? Hey, what's your thoughts on the passing game? I know we've talked about it 1,000 times. I'm kind of tired of talking about it with you, but everybody else wants to hear it.
Well, for starters, we're looking very lackadaisical, very abysmal. It's terrible, to say the least. It's a lot of different adjectives you can use to describe how fucking bad we've been playing from a passing game perspective. But I watched a clip of a breakdown of Justin Fields' play, Lugetzi's play calling, and then when Justin made a mistake one play, when he got back on the sideline, Lugetzi ran right to him. He's like, "Listen, it's all right." And then before Justin got to explain it, on that last one, but he said, "Listen, it's okay. Listen, I'm gonna put the ball back in your hands again. I trust you. It's a mistake. It's in the past now. Let it go. That was a different play, different now. Let's move forward. All right, we'll get better." And hearing that, I felt a sigh of relief to an extent because at least let me know. For one, we ain't had our offensive coordinator on the actual sideline in years because everybody's been in the goddamn box, wanting to just pretty much beat it themselves or beat to the rest of the coordinators. But Justin has to play better. It's just that simple. There are a lot of different things that falls directly on him, and there are some things that fall, on the play calling too when it comes to putting him in the right positions and opportunities to make better plays. But at the end of the day, he's still a player who has to make the plays. And passing like that is not going to help, but I am still very hopeful and optimistic that he will get better. And looking forward to seeing that happen. And yeah, man, listen, the fact that we almost fucking had 300 yards rushing for the first time since 84. I mean, shit. Says a lot about how confident this collective of running backs are, that they can go out there and be effective and produce for us, despite how bad our passing game has been playing. But all in all, Justin, he made a couple of key throws in the game that helped us, get a certain drives, but he definitely has to play better. The responsibility definitely falls more on him in certain aspects than it does anybody else.
Okay. Good answer.
Lester's taking a long time to warm up a pie that doesn't need warmed up.
I know it's Lester. You get the pie warmed up.
He went to go put some gloves on.
You got it you got it in grandma's oven. You got to run down the street and go get it. What the fuck you doing?
You understand why he's doing this, right? Because his ass is he's going to smash that pie and then take it off his face and eat the rest of it. You want to bet?
Yeah. He probably already started eating half of it.
He probably took a couple pieces here and there.
I haven't yet.
Yeah. We already cut a giant piece out of it. I can't wait too far.
It's been in the refrigerator since Wednesday.
Yeah, he's got ice cream out and everything. He is good to go. He
already took.
I'm drinking water too.
Hey, what kind of pie is it though? What kind of pie is it?
Lemon meringue.
Yep.
Oh,
all right.
When are you paying this bet at the end?
Oh shit.
Yeah, when y'all ready.
Okay. Yes.
I just wanted to go on record and say Adam Wolf made me do my shit in the beginning of the show when I had to do mine. Well, we'll let Lester ride to the end. That's fine.
My shit's real. It's a real
Hey,
pie.
let's let Lester give his score prediction with pie in his face.
There it is, Lester. Before you give your score prediction, because we're going there next, you got to take the pie. Then you can do it. All right. So let's jump over to previewing the Giants game. Got a game with the Giants this week. Tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, it's not Wednesday.
I know. It's so weird doing this on a Saturday night. Let's go ahead and go around the horn and get those score predictions. We'll start with Adam.
I'll keep it short and sweet. Justin Fields has something to prove, and this defense has something that they're proud of, that they want to build off of. I think the Bears dominate in this game. We win 28-16.
Shoo. Ooh.
It's pretty good.
Man, that was bold. Like Gil.
We're going to give a better effort, but I think this time, I mean, we've got injuries too. I mean, with Jalen Johnson, oh, man, I think this game is going to be
Giants have more injuries.
24-27, but I'm going to go Giants 27, us 24.
All right. Marlon, I'm going to save Lester for last.
All right, so I think it's going to be a closer game. I do think we're going to end up winning 23-16 or 23-17, mainly because our defense is definitely going to put our offense in better positions to score touchdowns, and Justin's going to be able to capitalize on that. And I see Ejak or Brisker possibly getting an interception, despite the fact that, the Giants' offense looks, a hell of a lot more banged up than ours do. In fact, we're bringing somebody back into the fold who's making his fucking NFL debut, Velus Jones Jr. God damn it, I've been waiting to see this kid, man. So I can't wait to see him go out there and play, produce for us, either on special teams and or on offense, or both. But I definitely think we're going to win this game, and we're going to be able to make the Giants one-dimensional. 23-17.
Did you say 23 or 43?
23.
I thought you said 43 for a minute. I was like,
oh no. Listen, I would have said that with conviction and loudness.
43 points.
I was going to say, I don't think we've scored 43 all three games combined, have we? Robbie Lopez. Robbie, what's going on? Robbie gave it 27-17 Bears over the Giants.
It's not bad.
So here's what I'm going to say. Giants are pretty banged up. Saquon Barkley scares the ever-loving shit out of me with this run defense. And when I say that, I personally think he's got 125 to 150 and 2 touchdowns all day.
No, we got something to prove.
Yeah, we do.
We had something to prove last week in the passing game, too, and that was an absolute shit show.
We're not talking about offense here. We're not talking about our offense.
We're talking about wins and losses here, Mike.
No, we're talking about defense.
We're going to go back to our strength and talk about defense.
Yeah, exactly.
The fact that we don't give up second half, third quarter touchdown, third quarter points.
Yeah, we've only given up 9 points.
Yeah, I think 9 points second half, yeah.
Pretty fucking great. That's pretty great.
Yeah.
That's relentlessness right there.
The bright side is I don't think that New York is going to come out and just hang a whole bunch of points super early and we're going to be playing from behind. I think it's going to be a close game all the way through. I am going to say, even though I did not think we would be 2-1 at this point of the season, I'm going to give us this win. I'm going to say 17-14 Chicago. I still don't really see it being a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be a lot of clock management, run the ball. I think both running backs are going for well over 100. So we are going to – that is like
the linebackers.
Now we're headed over to Pie Mountain.
Not that good.
No, they're not. They're not.
Man,
Lester,
that's like some foam or some shit.
Jesus Christ.
Like some
okay. See, that's better.
That shit looks like you were doing dishes on the show.
Yeah,
I don't know. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Whoa. Don't smash it
Did
yet.
he make that pie?
I don't know.
Hey, Lester, I'm gonna do you. Lester, I'm gonna do you a solid, man. Go ahead and take your glasses off.
That shit good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Take your glasses off. Take your hat off.
You might want to get rid of the hat. Hold on. I'm gonna put you up on the
there you
big
go.
screen so everybody can see this. Adam, are you ready to grab this screen clip? Because we're gonna want to use this shit later.
Hold on a second.
Okay, I gotta make sure.
Man.
Make sure the executive producer there is all set and ready to go.
All right, you're good.
Hold on.
Man, this shit good.
No one said eat it.
What? Now, Lester, you got to tell the people why you're taking this pie bet.
Oh, I forgot. I said last week, or well, no, 2 weeks ago, that Mooney was going to score against the Texans. Well, the brother let me down. So, it was, hey, didn't nobody force me. I said, hey, I'll take a pie to the face if he don't, and he didn't. So I was going to double or nothing, but, man, this pie too good. So, it is what it is.
Get it. Ooh, the rub in and everything.
I feel like he's enjoying that more than
man, it tastes good.
If he could lick his own face right now.
Man, listen. Listen. Let's
look like Rocky. Look like that guy from
get
Mask.
real uncomfortable in the next
Rocky.
5 seconds, man.
Remember Rocky from Mask? That's how it looked like.
Don't mind me. I'm just grabbing screenshots too.
Right, this is about to get real uncomfortable in a few minutes, man.
So my score prediction.
Oh yeah, I forgot he hasn't given his score prediction.
He hadn't even done that yet.
So my score prediction is going to be my first ever real Homer score prediction. Because you
don't say ever.
No. I always pick the Bears. You know that.
Is this a homer or just a homer?
This is going to be a homer prediction. 24-0 Chicago.
My man.
God damn. Well, listen. Let me just throw this out here. I want to know this shit. I was looking at ESPN yesterday and watching them like flashing across the screen, and it said something like 75 or 80% chance that the Giants will win. Who the fuck is putting these polls up? Are they basically asking people from New York who work for fucking ESPN?
Well, you got to look at it this way, Marlon. Right now, on paper and on film, the Giants are the far better team. It's not even close.
I don't know about far better. That's a bit of a.
Oh, they're far superior to
passing wise,
but
I don't know about far better. The number one receiver is gone. Possibly for the year, depending on injury, but he's gone. So that's one less person we have to worry about.
Shepard.
Yeah. I don't know about far better. If you say like the Vikings or something like that, or maybe like the Eagles,
well, are they going to put in Galladay? I mean, they got Galladay.
Yeah. Does he really want to fucking play? Because he ain't been showing up very much.
Well, they're going to probably put him in.
Here's what I'll tell you, though. They're going to get so when you look at Vegas odds, you're going to get a 3-point advantage just because you're at home. So that's part of it. Number two, I know we're Bears fans and we bleed the blue and orange and we love Chicago and we love our team and we're passionate. If I was not a Chicago Bears fan, I would be making fun of us so motherfucking bad right now because we look like shit in the passing game. So, that's how everybody else views it.
It's crazy to think that you can still win games by doing that. It's fucking nuts.
It's not going to last.
The NFL is weird, man.
We're winning despite that. That should tell you something about this team.
That doesn't tell you a whole lot about this team, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I just wanted to grab this comment real quick. Our buddy Melvin Griffin, the Lions fan. Galladay has barely been getting snaps. I think you meant barely, but
barley.
You spelled it barley.
We'll just. Do you not have autocorrect on your
barley?
Listen,
cooking.
It's Melvin. He's probably high as hell right now. I ain't even gonna lie.
Barley getting snapped.
He's got some barley leaves mixed in there.
He's probably high on Tide Pods or some shit.
Yeah, now he wanted to switch.
There you go. Barely. Okay.
Barely. We got it. We pointed it out, but okay, whatever you want to do there, Melvin. Gentlemen, quick show, 40 minutes. That might be a new record. Look, Adam's like, yes.
Mainly because I made a cameo appearance, towards the
appreciate that.
Show, so.
Well, here's the thing.
So you admit that you don't shut the fuck up.
That's
bullshit. It's you.
I'm just playing, Marlon. You know I love you.
Don't give me the chance to get all my shit out.
Oh shit, that's bullshit.
I just want everybody to know. I just want everybody to know that
the last few weeks, Les have been like prolonging the goddamn show longer. Him and John been going in it, and Jason too.
Listen, Marlon was the first motherfucker in the lobby, but I was like, oh, I don't see you, so I didn't bring him in till late. No, I'm just
damn.
Oh, that's that'd be fucked up.
I just got in the lobby before I jumped on the show. So
I know you did. I'm just giving you shit. All right, everybody. We will be moving on. Enjoy the game this weekend, and we will definitely be back on Wednesday night.
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah, tomorrow morning. Give us a like on Beardown. on it's not really morning here. We're on normal people time. It's just morning for you.
Oh, you mean normal people time, like the time zone that the Bears play in usually?
It's just
it's just not tomorrow.
We play at 1 o'clock. That's all we need to know. It's 1 o'clock.
Play at
my
noon.
time.
It's noon.
It's 1 o'clock my time. All right,
Free
everybody.
game starts at 9 a.m.
Everybody bear down. You guys have a good time. We'll be back.
Bear down.
Bear down.
Bear down, fellas.